Hi guys, happy Wednesday. Much like I did last week, I'm going live today. I've actually tagged a friend of mine in this post, and I'm going to wait for some people to jump on, obviously. So hold on, hi Tara, hi Mary. And I'm going to wait for my good friend Kelli Calabrese come on, and I'm going to share just a little bit of stuff with her. Hi, Luna. So if you are coming on, say hi and where you're coming in from. I know it looks really dark in here, and I'm just trying to figure out. Great people is right. I have this beauty light, but it just doesn't seem to be giving me the right kind of light. What's up, Aaron? So I'm going to wait for Kelli to pop on. And let me see if there she is. All right, I'm going to add in. What's up, James? So thank you, everyone, for joining. It does look like I have a filter, and I guess this is like the dark filter. I don't know however else to do it, but I have a beauty light, but it's giving me whatever it can give me. Hi there.
Hey, morning.
Good morning, good afternoon. So just wanted to say hi to everybody. Mary says hi there. I need to figure out LinkedIn. I've got an enormous space there, but never utilized it for business. Well, that's why we're doing these, and this is my second interview. I had the amazing Luna Hernandez on last week. So Kelli and I connected strangely on LinkedIn probably about 6 months ago. We're both wellness professionals, and I wanted to obviously connect with her. I knew a little bit of her background, and we got to talking very, very quickly. Started working together, but again, these interviews are not about me. I want the people that I've worked with, the amazing individuals that I've worked with, to do all the talking, and I want their story. So just for those that don't know the amazing Kelli Calabrese, you should, and you will after this. So she's a 32-year fitness, nutrition, and lifestyle professional. She's a clinical exercise physiologist with 27 certs, including medical exercise specialist, clinical exercise, post-rehab, and nutrition. She's owned and operated a chain of health clubs in New Jersey, managed corporate fitness centers for companies, Calvin Klein, and founded a school that prepared over 3,000 people to be certified fitness professionals, which means she knows what she's doing. She was the lead fitness expert for eDiets, launched the online training program for eFitness, and was the fitness expert for Montel Williams. So if anyone knows who Montel Williams is, he was one of the prominent talk show hosts in the late 90s into the 2000s. Kelli was the international master trainer for Adventure Bootcamp, appeared on all the major networks as a lifestyle expert, and is on TV series, which would now launch in the fall for entrepreneurial women, and getting ready to launch an app that's going to change the safety of the country. She's an executive with the wellness company that we're a part of, lives in suburbs of Dallas, and is married 24 years and has two beautiful teenagers. So, Kelli, obviously you have a very, very extended background, and that's where we connected. I have over 20 years experience. We've touched a lot of lives, and you are a multiple six-figure residual income earner in the company that we're partnered with. And a lot of people would say, well, Kelli, what kind of help do you need? You've written books, you appeared on TV, you helped Montel Williams. And Aaron's right, hashtag beast mode. Why would you need to do anything else? And you and I both live in the same headspace. As servant leaders, we are always looking to teach and show people how to do more, not to get comfortable where we are, always looking to grow. So if someone says, well, Kelli, why did you work with Scott? You're already making residual six-figure income with the nutritional company that we've partnered with. Why Scott? Why LinkedIn? And why this program?
That's a great question. Well, Scott, I love obviously my heart has always been fitness pros and to help people be healthy. So it all just fits together. But I love that you were also a fitness pro and that you were crushing it in our company using LinkedIn. I mean, at the time we spoke, you had already hit our January
Hmm.
Jolt promotion. You were already crushing our February Frenzy promotion. And there's results. I mean, there's so much evidence. Why would I not want to find someone who's successful and just model and duplicate what they do? And I wasn't using LinkedIn. And even though in my mind I knew that LinkedIn was the professional place to go, I was still doing a lot of hanging out on the social networks. And you get to a limit there. And you've been on there for a while doing what you do. And I just wanted to see what was possible on a more professional connection like LinkedIn. And you had a system that worked. And I am very coachable. I am a system person. If you give me something that works, I've learned enough to duplicate and model someone who's ahead of me and someone who's successful. So I wanted to simplify because there's only so much of me going around, but I also wanted something I could do with my team because, as you said from my bio, my nutrition, wellness, health background is not
Hmm.
duplicatable. No one else is going to go out and get the certifications I did, but they can do what I do on
Yeah,
LinkedIn, no matter who they
and that's the big thing, so when we connected, you had about 13,000 connections, and I remember you said to me, and you're like, but I have no clue what to do with them. And I said, oh my God, I said, Kelly, you have so much potential here. There's so much room for you to grow. And I remember that after the first session that we did, you sent me a text message and you're like, sent 20 messages, 10 people replied they want to hear about the opportunity. Plus, you enrolled two people that week, both on President's Packs via LinkedIn. They were old neighbors of yours that you reconnected with, but they weren't on Facebook. And boom, you had 10 appointments booked, two enrollments. How powerful was it? Obviously you and I are both into simplicity. We are both into duplication. We're both into not reinventing the wheel as far as let's not change something that's not broken. So with those kind of results after just one session together, what did that tell you about LinkedIn? But more so, what did it tell you about what I was doing with it?
Right. Well, Scott, our first conversation was really short. It was like maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and I said yes. I mean, I knew you had what I needed. And you make that commitment financially to your coaching, and there honestly was no buyer's remorse for me. I knew it was what I needed. And when in the first week I earned back what I spent
That's
investing in your
big.
training, there's
That
no
that
clue.
that's big because when people see
Yeah.
the investment, I mean that I mean literally I could wrap it up after that, but that's the idea, is learning more to get more back times however much. And again, I've been working with, you shared this last night on the team call that we did together. Um, I'm working with three separate couples in your team, and it just so happened that those three couples' businesses are your top three enrolling business centers in your business.
Yes, that's correct. And I look on my reports and I'm like, they're working with Scott, they're working with Scott, they're working with Scott. And so last night, I personally, group messaged the people who need to be working with you on my team because my goodness, if I can get the other leg of my team working with you, wow. I mean, obviously that makes things so much nicer for them and me because when you get all the people working together doing the same thing, that's when the momentum happens. That's when the breakthrough happens. That's when lives change, and that's
So,
powerful.
what's been the biggest, I mean, I know there's been a few different takeaways, but what's been the biggest takeaway for you, social media wise, the difference between the caliber of the people that we typically connect with on Facebook compared to the caliber of people that we now connect with on LinkedIn? What's been the biggest difference for you?
Well, the people on LinkedIn, they're professionals, and you could tell right away. I mean, they're owners of companies, they're, CEOs, high-level management. Money is not going to be an issue for these people. They want to be healthy, they want to appear good, look good, have energy, they want to age more youthfully, and they're willing to invest to do that. So the money objection has not been there, which is really a beautiful, amazing thing. Instead, they're saying, what do I need to do? How can you help me? Sign me up. Can you help my wife too? And that's so much nicer and how much does it
Yeah.
cost? And do I have to pay that much? And so the quality of a professional is just so much nicer. The income is there. One of the only objections that we get is money. And this really takes that away because they're grown-up professionals.
And the other thing that I realized, in doing this, there's a lot more open people. LinkedIn, the nickname is the open network. It's for networking. And I think, you and I, coming from very similar backgrounds, we were so used to just pushing out a product and closing with a product and, coaching. And obviously that's part of what we do is coaching people through a system. But then there's this other side where we don't have to wait for people to reach out to us because, when we're posting the way that we're posting on Facebook, we're doing attraction marketing, which basically means we're waiting for people to reach out to us. So talk to the people on here, either on the live or on the replay, about the benefit to now not have to wait for people to reach out to you. You do the reaching out. In full transparency, Kelli's amazing. She is a mom. She is a wife. She has businesses. She had some surgery. She had a couple setbacks. And, she ended up putting LinkedIn on the back burner for a second. And I just woke up one day and I was just kind of like feeling like I need to reach out to her again. And I sent her a message on LinkedIn. I said, let's talk, let's catch up. And I gave her a little flick in the butt. And she got right back to what I taught her. And she texted me the next morning. She goes, I've already rebooked 3 new appointments. So Kelli, tell the people on here the benefit of, outside of Facebook and Instagram, where we're doing the attraction type stuff, to now having a vehicle like LinkedIn that allows us to do the reaching out and book appointments, because it's like what you and I talked about last night. Eric Worre said it best. He said the scariest aspect about your network marketing opportunity is when you look at your appointment book and nothing is written down. So how much has that helped you and now helping your team?
Oh, it's tremendous. I mean, if I open up my calendar and there's nothing for the next day, I literally can spend 30 minutes on LinkedIn and book up my calendar for the next day. The night before, and it doesn't even matter what time it is. So the beauty of it is I almost can't keep up. But now that my network is almost at 20,000, I can't even keep up with all the opportunity there. If I stopped right now, I would have a lifetime of people to connect with. So I can go in there and I can look at all the people who've messaged me because I've connected with them, because I've said happy birthday, congratulations, happy anniversary, and they've written back. And I just take a few minutes to use the simplest script that Scott gave you. That it is so simple you won't even believe it. It's like ridiculous. Like, really, this works? And it does. And don't change it, because I was tempted to, personalize and do it. No. Just do exactly what Scott said. Put it in there. And before you know it, people are going, sure, I'd love to hop on the phone. Sure, I'd love to set up an appointment. Yes, when can we talk? And then boom, I block 30-minute times and I can fill my calendar. And I've showed it to my team. I said, look, I wouldn't ask you to do anything I haven't done. And I'll go to my calendar and I'll go, look, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And you can see every hour that I want to be booked has an appointment. And you literally could do it the night before if that's the way you roll.
And just to reiterate, if you guys missed it, when Kelli and I started working together about 6 months ago, she had 13,000 connections and she is close to 20 now. So in just about 6 months, she's added 7,000 new connections to her network. And that is normal. I went from having 500 connections to just under 25,000, because the big difference, guys, if you never have really gotten on LinkedIn, and this is what I expressed to Kelli. I said, listen, we're limited to only 5,000 friends on Facebook. But on LinkedIn, your limit is 30,000 friends on LinkedIn. So you can grow a network 6 times as large and 20 times fast. And that's the thing. What I explained to Kelli is that I teach everyone how to be crab fishermen. And if everyone's seen The Deadliest Catch, you're a deep sea fisherman, you're throwing those pods out into the ocean, and then the next morning you circle back around and you have crabs in there. And it's the same principle. You throw a bunch of pods out, the next morning, like you said, you wake up and you have people wanting to talk, because the money thing is gone. The average income of someone on LinkedIn is $100,000 a year. And another big thing, Kelli, is that we spoke about this is, everyone has an avatar, and there's a demographic that we need to play in. And when I showed you that the demographic of people on Instagram and Facebook is 18 to 29, you and I are not 18 to 29, as we feel that way, but numerically we're not. And when I expressed to you that the age demographic of someone on LinkedIn is 35 to 44, which is the exact age demographic of a network marketer, you're like, this makes sense. So, I don't want to say LinkedIn is not for the faint of heart, because it is necessary. So for the people that are struggling with booking appointments, with having conversations, with enrolling people for the opportunity, because you and I both know you can enroll as many people as you can as customers, but if none of those people are turning into consultants building with you, you're basically going to have a flatline business of just getting some PIBs and making a little bit of money. And the money you and I know, as being leaders in this company, is by building a team, getting people to events, getting them on team calls, not dragging people along. What would you tell that person that's like, I need to do something else, I need to invest in my business, I'm tired of waiting people to reach out to me? What would you say is the most important thing they should focus on, and why LinkedIn is a great key for them achieving that?
Well, one of the cool things with LinkedIn, as you mentioned, is the search. So let's say you're a musician and your heart is for musicians, and you want to search musicians in Miami, and you can connect with them and create a community and build locally to go globally. There's so much power to that. Or if your background is in the military and you want to connect with military people, or for me, it was fitness. I love talking to the gym owners, and I know their pain, I know their heart, I know their what the solution could be for them. So you get to talk to people like you who you want to attract in your business. So if you're a mom and you want to talk to other moms who are CEOs, you can search for that in your neighborhood. Or, Scott mentioned yesterday, he's going international. I mean, our company is opening in Spain and we're all over the place. So if you're from one of these countries and you want to build there, the search is amazing, because it'll give you energy to want to meet and connect and talk to people like you. And so I get to spend my whole day doing that. And you'll meet some cool people, and it's not a drag. It's not like you've got this list and you're not sure what the connection is. You get to pick, search for what you love, you get to choose who's on your team. And, if you're into martial arts or whatever, it's all right there. You can so specifically search
And I
for
think
it.
that's the beauty of what you just said. Facebook is basically a representation, Instagram as well, of where you currently live, where you have lived, who you went to college and high school with. And that's one of the big components that people forget about LinkedIn. You can search by city, you can search by state, you can search by province, and you can search by company. Because what I expressed to you, I said, Kelly, we're both personal trainers, and there are personal trainers all over the world. There's personal trainers in the UK. There's personal trainers in Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, Spain. Wherever we are, there are people just like us. But for you to connect with those people, you need an international social media platform like LinkedIn. And again, I can continue to spit verbiage to you guys about the importance of LinkedIn, but I always like bringing people, successful people like Kelly and like Luna last week, so you can actually hear it from them. So obviously you have a multiple six-figure business. Your team is now seeing growth because other people are jumping on board of what I taught you. You're getting personal results for this. It led to enrollments in the first week of me showing you what to do. If you could break down and just summarize the one specific key that you have taken away from LinkedIn that has been like, you know what, I am so glad I have this in my tool belt now, and why everyone else should have that tool in their tool belt as well, what would that be?
It's to follow exactly what Scott says. I mean, we did a call about the profile. Go in and do it. Make that happen with the profile. Then we had a call about, what does it look like when you connect? How do you connect? And then a call about how do you use, what is your network and how do you use messaging? And he gives you the exact formula. If you just follow it, don't try and change it. Don't get creative. Just follow what he says. And I'll be honest, at first I was like, is this the business I want to be in? Like, do I want to log on and wish these people a happy birthday? And, is this fun for me? But when you start seeing the connection and the energy coming in and people thanking you, and they're on there because they want to connect for business. And Scott has it figured out. It's a simple system. Don't change it. Do what he says. And the analytics are really cool too, because you can look at what you're doing and you can see, wow, I'm attracting people from this area of the country, or from this specific company, or this particular topic is really getting a lot of activity. So you get the feedback that it's working, and you'll know by the results you're going to see.
Absolutely. Success leaves clues. I tell people all the time that you can have the exact recipe for chicken parmesan, but if you try to figure it out on your own and leave the cheese out, you just basically have a piece of chicken with some sauce on top. So you need all the ingredients to get the right results. So Kelli, thank you so much for joining me today and obviously sharing your takeaways. If you haven't connected with Kelli, follow her. She's amazing. She also has a book that she contributed to that when I saw that she was a contributor on it, I bought it right away. It's called The One Thing That Changed Everything. There's a couple different versions. You want to get the blue version. That is the one that is linked to Kelli. Absolutely get this book. Me and my girlfriend, we page through it all the time because it has amazing things, because there is one thing that changed everything. And, just to kind of branch off for a second, that one thing could be utilizing a social media platform like LinkedIn to change. All you're looking for is those one or two people that get it, and they could be on LinkedIn. So Kelli, thank you for taking time out of your day. Everyone, please connect with her, follow her. She's amazing. And again, success leaves clues. There are footprints on the beach right now waiting for all of us to walk in. So just start following them. So Kelli, thank you again so much. Grateful for you. And thank you everyone for tuning in either live or on the replay. And I'll see everybody next week. Bye, everybody.
Thank